Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Market Rants. I'm King Wabi. I'm here joined by Mr. Spread. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive into the markets. Guys, apologies that I'm late. I'm actually here for Tucker's wedding, and I had a little bit of trouble getting into this Airbnb. So, the individual, the host that allowed us, to rent this beautiful home actually gave us the wrong instructions, and then he ended up sending another pair of instructions. So we had to use a makeshift key and break into the electronic lockbox. It was some weird thing that one of our guys, one of our Discord members, Noah, he helped me get in. So shout out to Noah, who's right here next to me. And guys, apologies, I wasn't able to hop on the stream last Friday. I was having some internet issues. It is what it is. But, I'm here at this beautiful Airbnb in Vero Beach. And, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. BTC, ETH, sliding down. You have major sliding down a bit. On-chain markets, we did have a little bit of a pump. We did see MOG hits an all-time high yesterday, and my goodness, man, I actually think MOG is shaping up to be, kind of the same trade where Pepe was at. If you guys remember when Pepe started to go crazy in mid to late February, and I think there's a pretty similar setup here, man. I'm going to go ahead and pull Pepe up here real quick, just so you guys can have some context. And I know I'm using CoinGecko. It's a bit boomerish of me, but it is what it is, right? But you guys can see here when Pepe started to rally, it was when it broke $500 million in market cap. You take
we cannot see Pepe, brother. We can see MOG.
Okay, my bad. All right, you should see it now. Am I good here?
Yeah.
So Pepe started its rally right when it broke $500 million, and you look at MOG, kind of the same thing, right? So I kind of think that. Wait, let me go ahead and put share tab here. I kind of think that, if you did miss that Pepe rally, which really took everybody by surprise outside of, our own small community, but, I think there's a similar setup here, man. And they both have virality outside of CT, man. But, we did have the presidential debate, which honestly, man, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't really bring up crypto at all whatsoever. But Mr. Spread, what's going on, man? How are you doing? And guys, smash up the like button, smash it up. We're going to be here live for only, just over 30 minutes. We did start late here, and Mr. Spread is on the other side of the world, and I know he's running short on time. So, brother, man, Captain KRE, thank you, brother. But let's actually take a look at the gainers and losers. We got, Chinese Pepe, Horty Swap, Bitcoin Wizards, Peapod's Finance, a lot of just random tokens. There's not really like a specific sector that's, going crazy, whatever. It's just like Helium as well, up 5%. Just a lot of random tickers, to be honest, man. But, for the most part, there's not really much going on. I still think that like we might just be, in a chop zone until Q3, right? That's when the ETH spot ETF is going to go live. And, Spread, I'll pass it on over to you, man. I know you brought up this chart before we started the stream. So what's going on, brother? Talk to us.
Yep. Well, Wabi, I don't want to say, but last evening in the debate, okay, that was my lame attempt of Trump impersonation. I'm sorry, I have to work on that. Maybe it's too late.
It was great.
But I have to say, Biden is not my president. Can you imagine that someone actually fell for this and they said, "Oh, you're a MAGA supporter," and I said, "No, I'm from Romania."
It's kind of crazy, man. Like you have an individual that, was speaking incoherently more than half of the time, and he didn't know what to say. When
I don't know, man. Wabi, can I tell you something? I grew up with United States culture, man. So this is the reason why I speak English, how I speak English today. I'm self-taught. I learned English. I was learning English by watching MTV, by watching Cartoon Network, by watching Fox Sports, etc. So for me, United States growing up was like the American dream, and it still is, right? And it's like mind-boggling how the people in power, and I'm not going to stick too much in politics, but it's mind-boggling how the people in power leave the greatest nation on earth to be run or to be represented by such an individual. I mean, come on, like, what do you think that the rulers of Saudi Arabia or China or Russia are saying when they're watching this debate and they're watching, it's sad. I cannot say anything bad about Joe Biden, but it's just, I had like sad feelings watching him because he's like an older guy who needs special care, and that's it. It's like, it's weird. It was weird for me because I grew up with the United States being a superpower, like a leader when it came to tech, to military, to innovation, etc., and also to the leaders that it had in the history, right? beat whatever leaders were before. So for me, last evening, it was, I would say it was weird. It was just weird and sad in the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't have, I don't have any, I don't care who's going to be there, but I just want someone who is like the embodiment of what United States represented to me and for me as I grew up as a European kid dreaming about the American dream. This is my only comment that I want to have on this.
Yeah, I think like even CNN and mainstream media turned against him, man. So, truth be told, I think the stage is setting up for this market cycle to be similar to 2016, 2017, right? Like, for the most part, the second half of 2016 was just a long consolidation zone, right?
Yep.
And then, you had Ethereum. I think ETH actually tanked from like $25 and was just consolidating from like $5 to $10. So, maybe you can compare that to Solana, right? Solana's been ranging from like 120 to 140, right? That's probably like, some good consolidation for Sol, man. But what are we looking at?
It's weird. It's weird. We're gonna talk also about Sol because it's on my radar, right? And I think it's nearing a value zone, anything between 100, 120, 140. I think for the next 6 to 9 months, it's a value zone. However, given the fact that we had Vanek, when I want to applaud them again for being the icebreakers and being the the path leaders and pathfinders with their ETF, with the Solana Trust ETF, and today we had ARK. But it tells you everything that you need to know regarding the altcoin market, like the broader altcoin market, because if we were in a full-blown alt season, or if the liquidity was here as it was in the previous cycle, or it was in the beginning of this year, or in October, most likely we would have seen Solana blasting like $60-70 in one session, right, and going towards the all-time high. However, this news had little to no effect. So that's why I think that short term, we might have this kind of headwinds, because we have the pressure from the German government. We have the pressure from the United States government. We saw that they also sold a bit. We had the Mt. Gox pressure. So I think that short term, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks, 9 weeks, 1, 2, 3 months until autumn, we might have these headwinds for Bitcoin, for crypto. But medium to long term, I think that we can be much, much higher from here. And this is one of the reasons why I brought Ethereum Bitcoin chart, because I have been watching this downtrend channel for quite some times, and it, as you can see, it's since September 2022 it was respecting this downtrend channel. And if this is not going to be a fake out, like for example we had this fake out and this fake out, most likely we will see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin short term. But very rarely I use something, and it's called RSI. I don't almost never use it, just once in a blue moon.
Remember that in August? The RSI.
Yes.
Brother.
I remember, and this is the reason most of the times when I use RSI, I use it just to spot some divergences and on higher time frames. And here, and this is the reason why I posted, we had the beautiful, and we still have a beautiful hidden bullish divergence, which most likely is going to be confirmed above 0.61. So this was my level for quite some time, and I think that as soon as we're gonna see Ethereum Bitcoin, hopefully we're gonna see it above 0.061, this whole downtrend, which is lasting for, let's see, for how much time, for about 650 days, it's gonna end. Okay, so this is a hidden bearish divergence where the price makes lower lows and the RSI makes higher lows. It's not confirmed, so price action needs to confirm it, and the confirmation is going to come above 0.61 when it's going to take out the previous highs from here and the previous higher low from this area. But this is something to watch on, and this is something that it has been on my radar. That's why I wanted to post it for more people to see it, because although Bitcoin shows some signs of weakness right now, even from this downtrend channel, I think there is a pretty interesting chance that we left the low behind. This was a low, this is a higher low, so even technically without no indicators, this looks pretty decent. And I think exactly like I said, the final confirmation is going to be above 0.061. I had my target for this area around September, when I thought, and when I still think, that the Federal Reserve is going to have the first cut, which I still think is going to be bullish under the current conditions, where growth is still okay. We see some weakening in the job market. We see some slowdown in the housing market, but not at a fast pace. So nothing out of the ordinary or something that can put the negative pressure. But in the same time, enough evidence to give Federal Reserve the firepower or the will or the necessary data to cut. So this was my interpretation. I think I'm going to be wrong most likely with the timing, but I don't care. I'm just gonna be, and I'm gonna do whatever I did until now since you guys met me. And for the last 14 years, I'm a price action trader. So whenever I'm gonna see ETH BTC above this area, for me, this downtrend, which lasts for almost 2 years, is gonna be done. And and already I'm focusing, and I prepared also for you, for the Because Bitcoin family. I prepared some ETH betas and some ETH ecosystem coins that we can watch together. So this is what I'm focusing right now. Obviously, I don't like the weakness in Bitcoin. So I don't like what I'm seeing here. Maybe we can have a dip. Maybe we can even tap the former area from 56, 58. Who knows? However, seeing what I'm seeing on ETH and seeing what I'm seeing on ETH BTC. So as you can see, ETH is very, very, very well supported above this intermediary support around 3,400. I'm focusing on some Ethereum beta coins, and I will share them with you right now.
Yeah, I'll pull them up right here, man. We have some questions about Kaspa. I know Kaspa.
It's one of them.
Yeah. Kaspa, I believe, like, you're going to be able to bid shitcoins on it. KRC20s are going to be called KRE20s.
that was funny, man. Actually, so I have on my radar these coins right now. So I have ENS. OM, which is under BlackRock's radar, and it's under RWA. So this is Mantra.
Bro, dude, speaking of OM, that's Mantra DAO. When I was in ETH Denver and I was coming back, the guy next to me, he's like a part of OM, and he's like, the price is gonna go up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just completely ignored him because, like,
when was that? When was that?
That was in early March.
Jesus. Fuck. Yeah. So early March.
Yeah, like
it's no big. It's like you missed around the 3x on it. But the surprising thing is that since October it did like a 4,000%, like 40x. Okay, we're gonna speak about it. Don't worry, we're gonna speak about it. But what I really like, and man, you will see, I prepared the beautiful thread for Monday. I'm gonna let the algorithms on X to settle down, but I prepared the beautiful thread on Kaspa. I went down the rabbit hole. I wish I listened to you guys earlier, because I know that you guys were speaking, I think, since April or even earlier about Kaspa when it was much lower. And I didn't pay attention to it because I also have to have focus on just some of them. But look what Kaspa is doing. I mean, how can someone deny the strength of this coin under the conditions when Bitcoin is about to lose the support from 60K, and Kaspa is like what, 5% from another all-time high, which was printed like 2-3 weeks ago. I think that along with ENS, which looks like an absolute beast, and we're going to talk about it, OM, Kaspa, Ton, Solana, not right now, but still it's on my radar, Ondo and Pendle. So these picks, like 5-6 picks, are on my list like very, very soon, even in these current market conditions, because I think they can outperform. But Kaspa looks absolutely brilliant, even if I remove all the drawings to have it like much cleaner. Let's say for the audience, we can see that for the past how much time? So since November, right? We have a clear sequence of higher highs and higher lows. So we can take the low from here, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we need it. So right now, let's say this was marginally, but I want to see Kaspa printing a clear higher high above the previous all-time high from here. So this is a clear bullish sequence and clear bullish channel, uptrend channel, however you want to call it. Even versus Bitcoin, this looks extremely good. Like, come on, like, what do you want under this?
Yeah, I think Kaspa Bitcoin is practically bottomed out already.
Yeah. It did.
It actually having institutional adoption, like actual institutional adoption, to the point where like BTC maxis, or not BTC maxis, but like Bitcoin purists, they've been so angry that, ETH is going to get a spot ETF, and now one of the top Bitcoin miners, Mara, is going to start mining Kaspa. And I've gone on record to say that, like, from a fundamental basis, Kaspa was probably like right there with Ethereum, but I don't own any. That's the thing.
I will start nibbling on Kaspa. I don't want to buy exactly like I don't want to chase higher, but immediately when this is gonna make a pullback, I will buy it, because look, if I pull out any other of the older charts, right, and no shade to the dot community, or like, come on,
Polkadot,
like,
Polkadot.
And you know what's the sad part, that a lot of the people, and I hope that the people who are watching are getting proper information and proper education, because a lot of people will bid most of this because they're undervalued. And you know what, it not might be such a bad idea on this phase of the cycle, because some of them dropped so much and it makes sense from a risk reward perspective. However, why would I buy something that kept bleeding and is still bleeding and it's weak, when I can buy something that looks like Kaspa versus Bitcoin, right? And I want to buy it on the next pullback because it looks extremely strong. I don't like, in general, in 9 out of 10 cases, I like to buy on strength. I don't like to buy on weakness.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason, for example, why would I buy something right now on weakness is something like Arbitrum, just because it's so undervalued and it looks like it has a double bottom. Or even Sand. These projects are down like 95%, if I remember correctly, looking at the charts. I think Arbitrum a little bit less, but this is the only case when I would buy them, because they're super undervalued and the downside is way less than the potential upside. However, in the next short term, short medium term, 6 to 12 weeks, I want to focus on quality. And for me, quality means coins which performed good on the latest drop on Bitcoin. Coins like ENS, and man, this is a beauty. I don't know if you know the chart, but let me just pull it up so you can see what's happening here. This is a beast of a chart. It has 910 days of bottoming and accumulation. So 910 days of bottoming. Now, as soon as we're gonna breach 28-30 area and we're gonna get acceptance above this area, 40 comes very soon, and after that around 60. And this is on weekly chart. And on daily, we have a beautiful, beautiful inverse head and shoulders, with the left shoulder here. We have the head here, the right shoulder here, and the neckline exactly like I said, between 28 to 30. The potential target, the potential projected target of this is 40. And if we go back now, the next area, the next value area which I'm watching is around 60. And for the people who say that, oh, this time is different or it cannot happen, I have a very nice surprise for you all. Look what Jasmine did, right? So we can open, we can pull them back to back. ENS with the potential next targets, right? 40, which is the projected target because of the inverse head and shoulders. And after that, 60. And look exactly what Jasmine did. Very, very, very similar, because this is what happens after 600, 500 or 900 days of accumulation. The next move, and we have the tailwinds behind us because it's on Ethereum ecosystem. Once this baby is gonna close above 28.30, I think we can have like quite a parabolic upside.
Guys, smash up the like button. We're here with Mr. Spread. We're going through some charts, giving some alpha. Speaking of ETH beta, man, I do want to bring this up. Andy. 0x67, and no, that's 0x68, and also Landwolf, which is 0x67. And I'm seeing, a few similarities with Wolf compared to Andy, right? I think, the boys club narrative, they're all going to pump, in my opinion. But a few people from our Discord were bringing it up. If you pull up Wolf, Mr. Spread, it's
so
on.
Not Andy. You want Wolf, and what's the ticker?
If you look at them side by side, it's like they almost move in tandem in a way. And can
you tell me the ticker for Wolf, please?
Wolf. It's 0x67. That's like the Landwolf. It should be 0x67.
Landwolf.
Click that one. Let me see. No.
Bitmart, maybe this one.
No. It's not that one either. I think you'd have to go on Deck Screener. I mean, I can pull it up here.
Yeah, pull it up. It's better.
Yeah. Let me. All right. Share this tab instead. Can you see it?
Not now. I didn't. Not yet. Sorry.
All right. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Can you see it now?
Yeah, but if you can maximize it, it would be. Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me see if. Oh shit. Is there a way to like make the screen bigger?
Yeah. Yeah, there is this.
You see it?
Yes. It looks good.
All right. So you see this, right? You see this like it kind of looks like a head and shoulders pattern or whatever. You see it?
Yeah, not so much. I don't think this is a Head and Shoulders. Maybe we can you stretch it, because I think it's very very similar to like what you said. No, stretch it. Don't make it.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. More, so we can see more of the screens. Yeah, and I'm gonna do technical analysis with you. Now you go and no. Now you go and take the diagonal exactly from the top left corner next to the
diagonal.
yeah, next to the cursor, top left corner. Look.
Top.
You have the line.
This.
No, left corner, man. When you have the cursor and
Okay.
lower a bit, yeah. Now you draw. Yeah, take it, click it.
Okay.
And now you can draw a diagonal on the bottom side.
Like this?
No. Exactly. Look in the middle more. Yeah, exactly, from the lower side.
Okay.
And draw it. Let's see how you draw it. Come on. Draw a trend line on this. Come on, he's not going to bite. Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is the best I've got, but
okay, Wabi, it's fine. It's okay. It's a start, man. It's a start.
So here's where I was getting at, right? And then
right.
You look at Andy, but with Andy, you'd kind of have to go back to this area here. This is kind of like what I'm viewing here, right? So let's go to market cap just to like paint a better photo, right? And it's almost the same exact thing, right? Like it went.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it went like a little over 100 mil, right? So, oh God. Pardon. Sorry, guys.
How is Wolf? Maybe I can find it here.
It starts with 0x67. Yeah, it's 0x67. Like if you just type in Wolf, I think it's down like 10% today or something like that. But yeah, you'll see here, Andy hit 150 mil, and then it went down to like 50 mil. Was consolidating for a bit.
And this is when I posted exactly there. This is what I posted around 80 mil. And I said, we're going to have that breakout, if you remember. And we just blasted to 300 mil.
Yeah.
This is when I joined the Andy community around 75 to 80 mil, when we had that beautiful falling wedge. And after that, we just blasted and we had this beautiful rally.
Yeah. So I kind of think that if, Pepe continues to be a narrative, then things like Andy and then Wolf will probably, go up parabolically, in my opinion, right? Like if you say, last cycle, the big three, right? Solana, Luna, AVAX, and then you look at ETH, right? Pepe, Mog, Andy, Wolf, right? And there's always like these subsectors that follow the main stories. Like, we did have Sol, Luna, and AVAX, but we also had other things, right? We had things like Phantom, Harmony, Near, et cetera, Dot, Kusama. So I think that like all these other memes are probably a reflection of those other like layer ones and, infrastructure platforms and all that stuff, man. But are you seeing any similarities here, man? Or am I just
go back to Wolf? Go back to Wolf.
I'm right here. Do you see it?
I can have it here, man. Also, for sure.
Let me know when you have it so I can put it up on the screen.
1 second. WTH. No. It's not yet. It's not yet on. It's not yet on TradingView. I cannot find it. If it was.
We have a comment saying this guy really giving advice on what meme coin to buy, but doesn't even know how to draw a trend line. What a scam!
This is what they told. This is what they said about you.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, I was bottom posting about Mog, and then Mog ripped up like 2.5x off the low in a little over a week. But
I don't think. I don't think. First of all, we should care so much about this kind of comments, because you're good in the trenches. You're good on Onchain. I'm good on the technical side, and I think we can complement each other. And this is one of the things that I hate in general, when people think that they are good at everything. Oh, I'm good at this and I'm good at this. I think that we're all special in our own way, and we should focus on our strong points, and we should know also about our weaknesses. I would never in my life I would be as successful as you are when it comes to digging in the trenches and finding this kind of coins like Mog and Andy and all the other things that you found so early. So for the people who try to source those shits, like
Max found Andy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you found so many. You found so many things on the trenches, so I have to give you credit for that. I will never be able to find that and understand those kind of mechanics. Most likely, I'm gonna buy them much later, and I'm fine. Like I bought Andy like at 75, 80 million, and I'm still holding it. So
yeah, I mean, whenever you have like a meme coin go through, I call it like a mid cap, low cap death zone. Whenever a meme pumps to like 20 mil, sometimes it ends up ranging from like 10 mil to 30 mil. But once it gets over 30 mil and then over 50 mil, like that's when it sort of solidifies itself, right? Because there's a lot of memes that, they hit 15 mil or 10 mil and then they just nuke 90% and really don't do much after that, right? But someone here in the chat was saying if you type in Landwolf on TradingView, it's the one that you see it on MEXC.
okay, so I tried to. I mean, you maybe said that it's not that one, but it's fine. I can pull it up. The one on MEXC. Okay. I have it. If you want me to share the chart, I can share the chart.
The one that I'm looking at, the contract was created on 4/20 of this year.
Yeah, I have this from December, but
that one's not it. I mean, I guess TradingView just doesn't have it, man. But dude, let me ask you this, man.
Sure.
How is Sol ETH looking in your eyes, man? Typically, whenever we see ETH BTC kind of catch a little bit of a rally, it rallies for like a week or two, and then all the attention is on Sol. And we're seeing, celebrities coming back again after like a week of peace, right? We stopped having Iggy Azalea and all those other people talk about crypto for a week, and now it's like now you have Jason Derulo and Ruby Rose, trying to do like their own scams. Dude, do you think celebrities coming into the space is actually like net positive for the space? I don't whatsoever.
No, I'm just gonna keep it very short because I don't like to tell people what to do, and I don't think I'm in a position to judge people. I don't like to judge people, but if these kind of celebrities want to come in this space, and they have all these liquid assets and they're so liquid and they want to do it the proper way, buy the coins, Okay, so buy the coins. Start with something that it's actually bringing value, because I see them going all the other way around and I see them going to the shortcuts. Okay, start by, I know I'm gonna sound like a fucking boomer, but buy some Solana, right? Show your wallets. I bought, I don't know, 20, 100, 200, 300, $500,000, $1 million of Solana. And after that, with that Solana, start fucking building some shits. Start supporting some people. Don't do this kind of shady. I think they are so unaware of how easy Zach, for example, the on-chain detective, can find their stupid shits. Then, and how easy it is to even find with Time Machine their deleted post, etc. So for me, for now, I don't think it's net positive. I think that it's just some LARPing, and I think they're just trying to squeeze and they're trying to do some bad things to a community which is already hurt, already has bear market PTSD, etc., and is trying to get some, I don't know, some fast gains, because everybody wants some gains after so much time of downturn. So I don't like what's currently happening. I didn't research and I didn't follow so much on what Iggy was doing, but I think she was a little bit different from what I've seen. And I see that she's tagging some people from the crypto community. I don't know what are her intentions. I don't have any coin on that. But all in all, if people who are from, celebrities, etc., want to come to the crypto space, do it the proper way. Come, put your money where your mouth is. If you want to talk. If you want to walk, but show us that you can also walk. And after that, support and grow those communities. Come in spaces, learn about the space, learn about us, learn about what's going on, and be part of the culture. Don't just come here to squeeze the lemon, because we're never gonna forget you.
They need a lot. They need to improve their concentration. Do you see this, man? The Bored Apes.
Yeah,
looks like they need the juice to be squeezed here.
I think they got complacent, and that's why projects who understood what's the next thing, like Pudgy Penguins, just blew them out of the water. because the same amount of money that was here when we had ZIRP, right, and when we had a bazooka monetary policy is not anymore in the same space. And I think people understood this, and I think that until we're going to have looser monetary conditions, and until we're going to have some type of lower interest rates, which is going to be 6-9 months from now, who knows, 12 months from now, I think people in the next these 6 to 9 months are going to focus on quality and not so much on just throwing money at the wall like they were throwing COVID or pre-COVID era. So yeah,
man, but to see the Bored Apes at single digit ETH and then having Pudgies flip them again, that is something else. And you tune into these spaces, like real late at night, all the Web3 people, they always say like, oh, Yuga Labs is so bullish for the space. Yuga Labs is doing a bunch of GameFi in the space. And it's like, why isn't that reflective in the chart, right? Pudgy Penguins, Luca, he's been doing so many like things in real life where it's a tangible asset, right? Like people want to hold stuff, right?
You seen the commercial? Sorry to interrupt you. You seen the commercial with Bitwise?
I haven't, dude. Wow,
the latest commercial with Bitwise, which is a TradFi guy, which he's like the banking, the representation of banking, and it's like a younger guy, which is Ethereum, and this guy, which is with banking, he walks on like literally on stage with a Pudgy Penguin on his hand. Like, what more do you want as a fucking recognition? Or Van Eck, right? So the intern from Van Eck, they just changed their PFP and they have a Pudgy Penguin. How much more of a recognition do you want? Like, come on,
man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And they manage like tens of billions, don't they?
Yeah. And they are, and Matthew Siegel and with the whole team from the digital assets with Matthew Bartlett and the Segment team, I think they need much more recognition. And if you can type Segment, I think if you can type Segment there in the search bar, you will see that these guys are on to something, because they are building quite an interesting gamification and fractionalizing NFTs.
How do you spell it?
SEGMINT, Segment.
Oh, okay. Where it says we help companies put their customers first with their customer data platform.
No. Type it here. Type it. No, Segment, not segment. Segment.
Oh, Segment. Like mint.
Segment. Yeah.
Okay. Segment app.
Let me see it here on the screen. Here? No, it's not this one. What? Why you don't have the proper one? Hold on for just 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me share the screen, because this is important, and they're coming up with some interesting things. And if you're thinking about NFTs and you're thinking
on my end, I think you click.
Yeah, I will. Oh, it's segment.io. Hold on for just 1 second, because this is important. I would like people to get informed, because these guys are the real deal. So these ones, like fractionalized NFTs, they have their game is on Polygon. It's called Kryptonia. Right now they're giving XP, but they have some hints and some alphas. And Matthew Bartlett from them, like, this guy is a degen. Okay, so this guy, right? And he this is what I mean when people from Web2 or people from TradFi come inside this space. He is a degen, but look, he's the head of Web3 at Vanek, and he's the CEO of Segment. This guy eats Web3. He knows Web3. He's a degen, but he's also from TradFi. This is the kind of people that we need from Web2 to come to Web3, who understand the culture, who put their money where their mouth is, who do spaces, who come to conferences, who speak with their audiences, and they can understand. And also, they're not afraid to give their thoughts regarding, look, he blasted blast. He said, be aware, right? So keep your eyes on Segment, guys, because you can farm some interesting things going forward. You'll see. I really like them, and I really appreciate the work that they're doing. You asked me regarding Sol ETH, right? I cannot hear you anymore.
I was on mute. Yeah, I was saying, like, dude, do you think he's the one behind the Vanek account?
The intern. Okay, I never thought about that. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I know that Matt Bartlett is a very, very busy gentleman. So I don't know if he's behind it, but you not. I don't know. You're not far from the truth, I think. I don't know. He's a very funny gentleman. I met him at NFT Paris. But let's get back to the charts, because you asked me about Sol ETH. I think it's consolidating, man. Like as we are talking right now, I don't usually chart Sol ETH. Very rarely I like to chart cryptos against cryptos, but I see that this is picking up, and right now we can see that Sol is consolidating versus ETH. I know that a lot of people are a bit conflictual regarding this. If you're talking about classical charting, this is a classical bull flag. Most of the times the bull flags are represented like this. So this is the newer style of bull flags. But in older charting, like from 30, 40, 50 years ago, these were the bull flags. So not necessarily with a slope like we usually have in bull flags, but more of on like ranging and after that breaking out. So if Solana manages to break above 0.055, I think we can see Solana outperforming Ethereum. However, if you remember, I started with something very important and of relevance. For me, it was very important, at least short term, the fact that Solana didn't reacted much more powerful when we had this amazing news. Do you remember how powerful Ethereum reacted when it was the Ethereum ETF announcement? Like it had the God candle like immediately. Solana today didn't do that. So for me, it was like a bit, okay, what's going on? Like why we didn't have the same type of reaction?
I think ETH pumped from like 2,800 to almost 4K again, right?
Yeah. Let's see what was the Solana about today. But again, I like it. I like it here. Even if I want to be bearish on Solana, I cannot, man. Not even short term. Solana is like above 127, which is an amazing support. And around here, I said I'm gonna back up the truck. So if I see Solana under these levels, anywhere under this level, I think Solana is an amazing buy. But even from here, Solana looks good, man.
It's following Bitcoin almost 1-to-1, right? Like when Sol peaked out, BTC peaked out. Bitcoin's at range lows, Solana's at range lows. Not only like in the Sol ETH pair, but also in its USD pair, right? So something to be said about that, right? And man, I'm seeing some like doom posting even after we had all those liquidations. We had like well over half a bill, almost a bill in licks over the last week when it comes to Solana.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? That the people are extremely bearish here again. And let me show you something. Is like I don't know if people are noticing or they are zooming out, but I think 90% of the people, okay, or the majority of the people, I'm not going to give percentages, the majority of the people or the crypto participants are zooming in and they watch intraday charts or daily charts or maximum, sometimes weekly, but I don't know how much they're zooming out, because if you zoom out, this is what I'm seeing. And this area is extremely important. If you can allow me to share the chart. This is called, right? So this is called a cup and this is called a handle. So right now for Bitcoin is very, very important that we're not going to lose 58 area on daily and weekly close, because if we're going to lose 58 area, there is a possibility that we're going to tap 56, 52, anywhere is open, right? To close this imbalance in price. However, we have the cup, which was formed since 2001 highs. We have the handle. And if you measure it, this is the way you measure it. You measure it from the neckline to the bottom and from the breakout. I'll measure it. I'm going to be more Catholic than the Pope, and I'm going to measure it above the all-time high. And the projected measure target, and this is a potential target, is around $130,000 if this pattern obviously plays out and pans out like this. But for now, it's just potential. And when we're going to have the confirmation? After we're going to close at least 1 week above the previous all-time high. So above 74,000, this potential cup and handle comes in play, but with the condition that we don't invalidate it. And invalidation comes with a weekly close under $58,000.
Spread. There's also some added confluence for Bitcoin to spring out of here. If you take a look at the Bitcoin Nvidia pair, that thing looks pretty dang bottom, man. And anytime, it's almost like Nvidia and Bitcoin have exchanged pumps throughout the last like 8 years or so, right? NVIDIA will outperform Bitcoin severely, and then NVIDIA will take a break, and then Bitcoin will just absolutely rip face, man. You see that, right? Like when you start seeing Bitcoin outperform NVIDIA week by week by week, probably close to the top, right? So, and those are our two mega cycles, man. 2021 and 2017. So, I know some people like to look at ETH BTC, right? And Sol ETH, right? Like me and you. But there's also some pairs that I think are really, really like underlooked, in my opinion, right? Sort of like how NVIDIA is viewed as the baby of the stock market. Bitcoin is the baby of the crypto market, right? Both of them lead either direction, and I think that at the very least, I think Bitcoin this cycle can match what NVIDIA did in TradFi, right? So that would basically be to where your level is at, right? Like 130K, 135K, right? That would take Bitcoin to like almost 3 trill in market cap.
Yep. Again, two very important aspects I want to add here after what you said. Very important that we don't close a week under 58, because if we do that, we're going to have a clear lower low, and that would mean that we're losing this potential cup and handle. So very important for the people who are watching, or for the people who watch, because if we lose this, again, all this previous imbalance is going to be opened. And it's not confirmed. So a confirmation for this from the price action comes after we will close above 74,000, at least one day, preferably 1 week. So this cup and handle only then is going to be confirmed. But I want to add something very important. For the first time, since I'm tracking Tether balance sheet and I'm tracking liquidity very closely, and this happened since March, I saw people withdrawing Tether. So last week, it was for the first time when I saw Tether market cap, instead of increasing and people sending fiat and receiving stable coins, it was for the first time when I saw Tether market cap dropping with about $350 million. I don't know. For now, I need at least 3 weeks. This is what I'm doing with the data which I'm analyzing. If it's from the economic calendars, etc., I want 3 sets of data in order to have a trend. So I'm going to follow up next week and in 2 weeks from now. So if I have 3 weeks of outflows and I see that Tether market cap is decreasing, I'm going to announce it to you. Maybe we're going to have another episode and I'm going to say, hey guys, I don't know, maybe for 2 or 3 months we're going to have a bit of a slowdown before we're going to turn higher. For now, I was bullish since October, extremely bullish after we broke above 32,000, and I'm still very bullish even now. I don't know if it's very, I don't know if it's super optimal to be extremely bearish at these lows. I would guess not. And also in the conditions when Ethereum is picking up so nicely, when ETH is looking so good. But like I said, this is what I'm seeing for the first time since I'm tracking this very closely, much more personal for the last 3-4 months. I saw a drop of about $350 million in Tether market cap. Someone withdrew their profits, or I don't know, someone claimed their money from Tether. And this is something new. It never happened since late March, beginning of April. It's the first. So I just wanted to signal it.
So it's sort of like someone has basically been clearing out their position mechanically, and I think that's why like a lot of the sell pressure that's
possible.
A lot of the sell pressure that's been happening over the last 3 weeks, it's been very mechanical, right?
Yep.
There's only been like one session outside of the 21 days that we've been downtrending. I mean, we haven't been downtrending over the last couple of days. We've just been at range lows.
Sure.
But a lot of the selling has been really mechanical rather than like liquidation after liquidation, like previous cycles, right? So I think the biggest thing, we can deep dive into some of the tickers that you're looking at, man, before we wrap up here. But
sure.
I think patience is going to be the name of the game, man, right? And even with like low cap altcoins, right? Like you can have an altcoin go from like 500K market cap to 8 mil or 10 mil and then draw down 75%. And then it'll do nothing for months. And then out of nowhere, it'll pull off like a 30x. And that happened with a lot of tokens last cycle with DAG Constellation. Telcoin is another one as well. And both of these assets, even Luna as well, all those assets, they were downtrending tremendously against Bitcoin for over a year. And then, you know, once Bitcoin got above 25K and was consolidating at like early 30s, everything went absolutely nuts, or at least the things that were trending at the time, right? So that's why, like, for my stuff that I'm holding on base, right, I'm really patient with it, right? Because I know at some point, you know, once the ETF goes live, once Ethereum breaks all-time high, everything regarding the theme of ETH, which is, I mean, it's basically memes, it's cult memes. Let's not like mess around here. I think they're just going to go parabolic. I think things like Pepe and Andy and Wolf are going to go parabolic, right? I think things on base are going to go parabolic. Things on ETH are going to go parabolic. And then, of course, you'll have, like, you know, the little narratives in between, like AI and DPIN and stuff like that, right? But, you know, yeah, with Ondo, I'll say, like, that's really the only thing to bid when it comes to RWAs, to be honest.
And OM.
Yeah. Gosh, man, that no one's really talking about that on the timeline, dude. But how long have you been looking at that specific ticker?
I don't want to tell you because I feel really bad. I've been looking at this ticker since it was at 0.31. And I didn't put it in my watch list. As I should have. I did an analysis for my guys because each week I do like a top 5 analysis, and it blew. And I just missed this rally. That's why I just want to see what's going on. And for now, this looks like a value area. Look how good is holding. And this is on BlackRock's radar. Again, Mantra is on BlackRock's radar for RWA. That's why I have. Listen, I have ongoing pending trade.
So they're actually looking at this.
Yes. So I have ENS, which looks like a beast, and we talked about it. OM, Ondo, Cas, Ton, and Pendle, right? So these are my next ones, which I would really want to allocate. And I think that not a lot of people are speaking about Ton, and I think it's a shame. But maybe this is something, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but either people are just blind, or I don't know what's going on. This was the first project that Paolo, the CEO of Tether, besides Bitcoin and Tether, proposed and promoted. He was on Dubai at Token 2049, and when it was the closing moment, the closing scene for the whole show, he walked out with the CEO of Ton, and they were like this, like on fucking stage, and he's like promoting them, and he's like sustaining, he's like supporting them, etc. This, I think this can be one of the outliers. I think this is the top 10 token this cycle for me, Ton. For me,
how do you interact with the Ton ecosystem? Is it
like on Telegram? Is the Telegram token? It has 900 million user base. Fucking 900 million people are.
So you use it on Telegram?
Yes, right. You can pay on Telegram, on bots, on groups, on different types of things. I think this has one of the biggest use cases out there, right? So this guy, he built like the WhatsApp for Russia and for Asia, etc., where they use it, and after that, now everybody uses it in Europe, all over the world. And he built the user base, and now he added blockchain to it. Like, what else do you need? Like, it makes so much sense, and not so many people are talking. And look at the performance, for crying out loud. Look, like it just printed an all-time high 2 weeks ago when Bitcoin was shitting the bed, and 2 days ago was like 5% from all-time high when Bitcoin is like at the range lows. Like, what do you want? These are the projects that should be on your radar, because these are the strong ones that most likely are gonna fucking rip when the market is gonna recover.
Spread, is this like a proof of work or proof of stake?
I didn't even research into it so much. What? No, I didn't. I swear. I just saw. No,
first, research later, man.
No, I didn't even because I don't have a position, so I'm not talking my book here. What I look at the ones which were really strong in the last 6 months, and especially now in the last 4 to 8 weeks, when Bitcoin was not performing so good. So that's why I have these ones on my radar. The ENS because it looks good and it's about to rip. OM because it did like what it did. Ondo also. Look at Ondo, man. Look at it. It's like, what else do you want? Now it has the pullback. Okay, we missed out on this. It has a 30% pullback. If we have the bounce from this area, so I see that these lows are holding, and I have this type of reaction, I'm buying here, or I'm even swing longing. this is I think that a lot of people are not ready for the next 6 months, because the next 6 months might not be like they were before, meaning that you still have to be really searching in the trenches. You have to put in the work. But I really think that the next 6 to 9 months are exactly the time where you should be exactly like a farmer, to soil your land, to dig up your land, to farm your land, and to plant the seeds. Because in 9 months from now, the people who are digging and they're in the trenches and they're putting the work are going to be the ones who are going to reap the rewards. Because a lot of people are in vacations, they're lazy, they give up, they think that we're going to go to 30K, they think that nothing is working. All in this time, Ton, Kaspa, and Ondo just did an all-time high.
Man, I know there's actual things to bid on Ton, like ecosystem plays and all that stuff. I'm gonna wait it out until next quarter, because I know like it's like all the rage right now. So I don't want to like, be at the tail end of like the final pumps or whatever. But it definitely does pique my interest, and I know some of our guys ended up buying Ton not too long ago, and I sort of think that like there's going to be a few ecosystems that are probably going to catch up to Sol, right? Like,
sure.
I've got my positions on base already with my microcaps, and
Smart.
now it's like, so I have my stuff on base. I've got my stuff on Sol. I've got my stuff on ETH. Now what's the next probable ecosystem, right? Like what's the next thing that's probably gonna?
I can tell you, it's very easy. Kaspa. No, but realistically, man, come on,
Kaspa on it now. Yeah, anything where you can bid shitcoins is
Kaspa
benefit.
Kaspa, Ton, right? Mantra, and this one's really like.
So let me ask you this, man. So if say somebody missed, what's the market cap on Manta? What's the market?
Let me double check on it. I can pull it up really fast.
Oh wow, it's only half a bill. It's half a bill, and most of the supply is already on the market. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
It is.
Yeah. Dang. Wait, does this look like Pepe? Let me see, man.
And it has something else, and what I like regarding this, and not a lot of people are talking. That's why, someone from my community asked, between ENS and Kaspa, what would you choose? And I said, listen, I like more the setup on ENS, and I like it that it has like this 900 days period of bottoming, but it's another aspect. It's price per unit, right? So when the normies are gonna come in 6 months, 9 months from now, I have no idea, or maybe even faster. What do you think that they're going to buy? They're going to buy ENS, which is going to be 80, 90 bucks, or they're going to buy Kaspa, which is going to be 50 cents or almost $1 until they're going to come. For sure, they're going to buy Kaspa, because even if the market cap is going to be bigger for Kaspa than ENS, we all know that the normies or the masses are looking at price per unit, and it's like, oh fuck, I have $10,000. I would better buy 10,000 Kaspa than buy 10 than buy 100 ENS. Man, this is how they think. Price per unit is also a very important metric when you have to think about it.
MisterSpread, man, the only thing that has gotten me frustrated is seeing the IWM being in this long consolidation zone for
normal. It's normal.
6 months of consolidation. That is nuts.
I can pull it up. Brother, and I can tell you why it's normal under the current conditions. This is like on the lower side of the risk, right? So on the further side of the risk curve, because most of the people right now, what they're bidding tech. So I see that a lot of people, they're speaking about the breadth in the stock market, and they say that this is not nicely distributed, etc. But the leaders lead under this current monetary conditions, and in this phase of the cycle, when Federal Reserve has increased the rate for quite some time, and we are at like 5.5 or 5.33 FR. Obviously, people are they still wanted to have exposure, but they wanted to have exposure to the leaders, so they're not going to be left off. So this companies like the Russell 2000 is not getting enough love, and is normal. I think that we're going to see Russell outperforming once we'll see the second or the third or the fourth cut, because at that point in time we might see some rotation, some profit taking from the bigger ones, like from rotation from S&P 500, from Nvidias, etc. But until then, I still think that S&P 500 and Nasdaq is gonna outperform IWM. I don't see it right now. I don't see it. It's good. It's good that it's above, at least it's above 200, and we left that range, but we need it above 212 and 230. Like we need some steady uptrend. But I don't think that the flows are gonna go there.
And
the big boys are still bidding tech, and they're still bidding the big companies.
And I want to bring this up as well, man. If you take a look at something like a Celestia, right? This is the argument that I've made. And by the way, guys, we have over 100 people here live on stream. I started late, but yeah, we still have over 100 people. This is great. You guys rule. This bull market is awesome. Everyone's gonna be a gajillionaire. But you take a look at something like a Celestia, right? You'll notice when IWM peaked out in late December, right? For the most part, TIA had already done most of its upside move. What did it rally? Like, 50%, 45% after that. Take a look at something like a Say, right? Put it up on Max, right? IWM peaked out, right around here. What did Say do? Another 45% move?
Look what I had something very interesting on Say, and it was preparing for like a power of 3, right? So we had the accumulation, the correction base, but unfortunately lost 0.42. So no trigger, no trade. Above this area, I would have entered the long, so above 0.58, but unfortunately we lost it. And I think it's a very big possibility that this intermediary support from I don't know, this looks just like it's hanging in the air right now, if you ask me. So there is a big opportunity that we're gonna tap 0.3. Very big opportunity just by looking at this shit.
But even things like an injective, right? Wait, am I sharing your screen?
No, I was sharing the screen.
Okay. All right. So
you want me pull an injective? I can pull injective.
Yeah, injective. Like same thing, dude. Like I noticed whenever IWM has, a period of outperformance against like the larger indices, that is when your big VC tokens rally, right?
Yes, it's normal, but it's normal.
Hey, Gaurav Kumar, bro, please check Bitcoin, buy, ya sell. I don't know what he means by that. Does he mean like should he
can you, I know what he means. Can you repeat what he said?
He said, bro, please check Bitcoin, buy, ya sell.
I don't know.
I don't know. Does he mean like buy or sell? I mean, dude,
yes. The question is yes. The answer is yes. Buy or sell? Yes. This is the answer.
Yeah, he's
a good part about the injective, right? So let's just move the chart like this. Whenever I don't like this kind of moves, right? So when I have this kind of moves, I really don't like them because we don't have this type of consolidation. I much more enjoy and I like this kind of consolidations because after that we can have nice runs. But when you have this kind of rallies, almost parabolic rallies, and you don't have the ranging, right, for quite some time, the price most of the time, I'm gonna say in the majority of the cases, comes back and it feels this kind of imbalances in price, and this is what happened right here. And I'm really happy to see injective maybe bottoming out around 1920 area. But in order for me to have this confirmation, like to have this bottoming confirmed around this area, I want to see it above 30. So for me, a double bottom here would be, for injective, would be if I see a daily close above 30 and even taking out the previous highs from 32. So if I see injective above 32, I will be the first one who call a local double bottom on injective, and we open 43 and maybe the all-time highs. Until then, we are still ranging on these lows.
Yeah, I think sometime in Q4 is probably like when we'll see a lot of the VC tokens starting to rally, right? Usually Q4 of a halving year, there tends to be some bullish price action, man. But guys, we're coming up on the hour. I want to thank MisterSpread for coming in, man. Brother, thank you so much. Thank you for
welcome, brother.
And apologies, guys, once again that I started the stream late. As I said earlier on the stream, I did have some trouble coming into this Airbnb, but I made it. I'm here safe and sound. So, guys, thank you all so much. And we'll see you all on Monday for Market Check at 11 a.m. EST. And then later on that day, I'll be going live on Spaces as always. So, guys, I'll see you all on YouTube next Thursday or Friday, as always, for my weekly stream on Market Rants. If this is your first time tuning in, guys, and you enjoyed this content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to follow Mr. Spread. All of the details are down below. And as always, take care. God bless you all. And feel free to check out becausebitcoin.com for all of our products, services, crypto news, merchandise, all that sort of jazz. So, Mr. Spread, before we close off, man, any thing that you want to say?
Yes, I want to say a big shout out to Tucker and his lovely family. Big love, Mazel Tov. I hope you guys have a wonderful time at his event. So tell him Mr. Sprint sends his love and regards. And this weekend, just do some good for some people, guys, because it's easy to forget when we are in these charts and in this turning this magic internet coins into money. It's easy to get detached from the real world, but there are people out there who need your help, right? If I don't know, if there are some poor kids, if there are some homeless people, if there are even some dogs or cats or animals, do some good, pay it forward, because God is there, the universe is there, and it's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot. So this is my final thought: help others who are in need, be a good person, stay humble, and do your best.
Amen, brother. That's good to hear, man. We need more of that. Thank you all so much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.